So you can see that, okay, the number of percentage of using of new technology, robots and all that is keep increasing and increasing, correct? So that's why we need to change our style. We need to learn new things, otherwise we will be left out. So now the Industry 4.0 will help. How this Industry 4.0 will help the manufacturers? Basically, it will improve the safety, security, energy efficient, product traceability, asset utilization, communication. McKinsey has done some survey. He believes that 20 to 20% of the industry will improve, correct, in terms of quality by using Industry 4.0. So when the company goes into full-fledged of Industry 4.0, they will have about 10 to 20% of improvement. I think it's more than that. More than that. So this Industry 4.0 will affect the entire value chain, right from production of the basic design, engineering, tool, design, simulation, and until we market the product, and all the supporting group, right from HR, quality, IT, everything will be impacted. So everything needs to be changed in order to adopt this new evolution of Industry 4.0. So this interesting slide. You can see that our lifestyle moving forward will be driven by digital lifestyle. We'll have a smart house. You can see now we already have a bulb which is smart bulb. We have a TV, smart TV. We have a rice cooker which is a smart rice cooker. We have everything, the gadgets in the house becoming smart. Everything can be monitored through the internet, through using a mobile phone. I can use my mobile phone and control my house, what light to be turned on, when I spend a lot of energy in my house, at what time I spend my energy, how to save the electricity bill. Everything can be monitored by internet. Okay? Then you're going into smart city. Everything will be controlled by internet and robots. So then we are talking about smart car, autonomous car, where the car can self-driven without a driver. In moving forward, we will never have a driver in the car. Not only in the passenger private cars, also in the companies. All the cars, will be driven by, the transportation will be driven by without a driver. So all this will be replaced by robots, or by IIoT. If we have a smartphone, we can do practically everything with using a smartphone. We have a smart factory. All the equipments will be linked into IIoT. You can monitor it through the internet. Quality can be monitored. Production output can be monitored. Engineering data that loaded into the system can be monitored. From the one office, everybody can operate the machines, and all the data can be collected using big data analytics. We can analyze all this data. We can see the interaction of the process to process. All these can be studied within a short time. This we call smart factory. Smart transportation, smart wearables. You can see now a lot of wearables are coming up with, with all the latest gadgets. You can monitor your body temperature. You can monitor. Same time, you can read that the environmental temperature. You can also look at the time. You can use it for so many purposes, correct? So all these are coming up. So our whole life will be digitally driven. So whether we like it or not, we have to go into this. Okay. So we are not only looking at a digital lifestyle. You can see that people are creating a floating house, where if they build house in the not on the land, but now they're building a house in the sea. It's like a small city. Everything is embedded within that floating house. We have a printed 3D printer where we can print a house. Now we build a house, correct? It takes about 6 months, depending on that. So now they can print a house within 24 hours. In Texas, USA, they printed about 25 houses using 3D printing. It's already in the technology is already implemented in certain countries. The house cost can be only 10% of the total house built in a conventional way. So cheaper, faster, and can last for 135 years, the house. So it's much better, right? And now they're talking about robots, to replace a lot of manual, repeated job, so that, when you put a people, they make a lot of mistakes, but using robots, we can save a lot of time. Now they have flying car. We were only supposed to implement in Malaysia, flying cars, but somehow they put on hold because of some legal things they need to take care. So the flying car is already there, all using battery operated. We have a digital boat, which is printed using 3D printing. We can print a boat, they run in the sea using a 3D printer. We have a plane which is moving, using a battery. In 2022, I think, they have a first plane that will be powered by a battery. One of the engine will be powered by a battery and going to carry 100 passengers. If that is successful, moving forward, all the planes will be powered by battery and controlled by AI. Okay, so all this is coming up. So the new technologies that are coming up is really very challenging, interesting, and it's going to give a lot of it is what I say, require a lot of new talents. Okay. So how this Industry 4.0 will be affecting our future jobs? If you look at this slide, the top, first we talk about the skills that needed for tomorrow for Industry 4.0. You talk about top 10 skills. In 2015, you can see creativity, active listening, judgment is all in the bottom of the list. But in 2020, the human cognitive requirement will become much important. They expect to solve a lot of complex problems using latest technology much faster. So you can see that complex problem solving is a critical number one in the 2020 in terms of skill requirement. But in 2015 also is a number one. But in 2015 they use typical conventional way of problem solving. But in 2020 they talk about design thinking, correct? A different way of methodology to use to solve the complex problems, correct? Critical thinking become important in 2015. In those days, it's not nobody talk about critical thinking. Now, critical thinking will become very important subject. Creativity, people management, all this become more important. So, problem thinking culture is become a top and key competency requirement for new workforce in this world. Moving forward. So, the technology requirement, lot of things will be automated. In those days, in my time when I was schooling, we used to learn a lot of C language, SQL, programming and all that. Today, all this you can be coded and people can learn within 1-2 days. Those days take 1-2 years to learn the computer programming, but now it takes only few days to 2 days to learn all this computer programming. So that technology requirement become not so critical, but human factors becoming more important. So you can talk about this slide shows about behavioral skills that are critical for the workforce for 2020 and onwards. They said 35% of skill considered important today will have changed within next 5 years. Will be changed by next 5 years. If you apply Moore's law, every 2 years the new technology need to be mastered. This will be our life moving forward in the new Industry 4.0. Okay. So 60% of the job that we are doing now, 1/3 of the job will be taken over by artificial intelligence and robots. Okay, so that's why we don't deal with the human so much, low-level human so much, because all this clerical repeated job will be replaced. We are dealing with a higher level people with a higher knowledge. So this human factor becoming very important in the Industry 4.0. So if you look at it, based on all these new requirement, new skill requirement, AI is probably the most important thing humanity has been worked on. This is what Sundar Pichai, CEO of Google, said, and some other CEOs in the world. I just put two. You can see many CEOs are telling that this artificial intelligence, IIoT, it is all the new things are becoming cyber, physical devices, and all these becoming very, very important moving forward. And the new workforce have to learn all these new things. Therefore, the university education system need to change. So what is the new emerging occupation moving forward? The top 10 jobs that are important in 2022 will be data analytics and scientists, data scientists, artificial intelligence and machine learning specialists, general occupational manager, software application development analyst, sales and marketing professional, big data specialist, so digital transformation specialist, new technology specialist. These are the new skills will come into play. Organization development skill specialist, information technology services, all these will come into play. All the declining like data, all the repeated job like data clerks, data entry clerks, accounting, bookkeeping, payroll, check clerks, administrative, standard assembly operators, all these will be replaced. I was also understood that moving forward, even like some of the professional jobs like standard medical doctors will be replaced by computers, because you can go into a system, log in, and if you have some disease, just like a doctor asking some question, you can answer the question in the system. There's a device where you can hold, you will measure all your body parameters. There's one device, we use a magnetic, that can measure 250 parameters of your body within 10 seconds. And the system can analyze, they can send the data to a specialist in US or any country, and where the specialist can analyze, and within a few minutes, they can send you what is the diagnostic or what is the medicine you should take. Then you can use the e-commerce to buy the medicine. So then why we need so many doctors? Right? So likewise, even the law field, in the accounting field, in the engineering field, even the engineers will be needed more, but the typical engineers who do electrical engineering, all these will be replaced with standard robots, and the new skill have to acquired by the engineers, like data analysis, AI, new like drone technology, and a lot of new things need to be learned. So this is a changing from 2000 new roles will be coming in 2020, 22, and by 2022, a lot of typical repeated job will be disappearing from the industry. Okay, so now I just give a quick any overall flavor about this IR 4.0 or Industry 4.0, why we need to embrace it, and why we need to quickly adopt into the new system, why we need to change, because the job requirement in the future industry, be it in the electronic company, engineering company, or even a healthcare in hospitals, or even in the government sectors, or any agriculture, or just name it, any sector, you need to embrace this new technology. Everything is coming in, right? So that's why people have to learn new technology. So with this idea in our mind, so how this is going to shape our future education system. So this topic I'm going to talk, need for new education system framework. What is education 4.0? Now a lot of people are talking about education 4.0. The generation gap, the new generation gap, the generation Y, generation Z, millennium, all the different generations, correct? And how the new generation adopting to new education system, that we need to change our system to cater for this new generation. The innovation producing education system. How this education system can produce innovative students, innovative workforce. Then MyHE 4.0 is a program introduced by Malaysian government. We call it MY stand for Malaysia, HE stand for Higher Education 4.0. I just put one slide on that. Then typical e-learning methodologies. What is the new method being used in e-learning? E-learning that we need to embrace moving forward. So if we look at this need for education 4.0, you can see that in education 1.0, lot of memorized, we do a lot of memory work. In education 2.0, we use internet-enabled learning. In education 3.0, we consume, we create a lot of knowledge, new knowledge, everything. But in education 4.0, we are talking about innovation. That is a key thing. We want to create innovation society. That's a 21st century society will be. Correct? In the past, we also use a lot of more modern method of teaching and all that. We use LCD projection. We use what called web seminars, this and all that. But all this, we are only educating people, but we are not creating an innovative society. So education 4.0 basically should create what we call innovated student, innovated workforce. Okay. So what is education 4.0? Education 4.0 is learning that align with the emerging IR 4.0. This IR 4.0 focus on smart technology, as I said earlier, artificial intelligence, robotics, of all which now impact our daily lives. As I presented earlier, our digital lifestyle. Even in the job, we have a 3D printing. We call it additive manufacturing. Okay, we have AR. Technology being used in the workplace, even in the modern lifestyle. So all this coming in. So we need to prepare the new generation to fit into this industry 4.0. So for university and colleges to continue to produce successful graduates, they must prepare the students for the world where these cyber physical systems, CPS they call it in short form, this is a standard term they use in the industry, across all sector of life. It's not only for manufacturing company, even though this industry 4.0, we talk a lot of technology. Today doctors also must learn technology. Lawyers must learn technology. Correct? Everybody have to learn. Teachers have to learn new technology. Correct? Everybody have to learn new technology. Correct? So this means teaching students require changing the approach of learning altogether, utilizing what we call it university experience. It's a new way of bringing the student into new technology. Correct? So as I said earlier, McKinsey Digital, they analyze, they say our job will be replaced very soon. Correct? But the good thing is, as I said earlier, in this slide you can see, even though a lot of old job will be replaced, there will be about 75 million job will be replaced or disappear by 2032, but new jobs will come out. 135 million new jobs will be created due to this implementation of Industry 4.0. So we don't need to worry, we don't need to worry that we are losing. But the key thing is we need to change. We need to embrace new technology. There's no question about it. If people who don't accept the new technology, people who don't want to move in, change themselves, they'll be losing everything. As far as we are prepared to change, then it is easy to accept we will be not running out of job. There'll be plenty of job for us to do. So the 5 generation in 2020, we talk about the old one traditionally baby boomers, Generation X, millennials, and Generation X. 2020, the majority of them will be from Gen X and millennial, and this generation will be attending the new education 4.0. As you all know, this new generation, will be they are already used to all the new gadgets and a new way of digital lifestyle. At least they have been introduced to that. Correct? So when they come to a university, they are expecting this kind of new way of teaching, new method of make them interesting. Otherwise, they lose interest in the learning process. So they have done some analysis. They found this new generation, Gen Z and millennial, 22% of them, they talk about education. They want to learn new things, and they want to, while they're learning, they want to grow. 38% they said they want to grow in their career as fast as possible. They're talking about strong growth and early enough, the early phase itself. And then they have a lot of new dreams coming in because they introduced to all the new lifestyle. 32% they say, they have a lot of new dreams within, they want to make it happen within 10 years. So it's all happening in a very short period. Right? So we need to prepare this new generation who are coming to the college. We need to use a new method. So how we can create this innovative knowledge, ideas, concepts need to be changed. We need to embed it into them. Iterating, practicing skill, they need to repeatedly do the learn, repeatedly practice the new technology, gamifying tasks, make it fun for them, then enable to interpret knowledge, ideas, and open-ended projects. So we cannot be just teaching them the theory and give them a lab work. We need to create the lab work such that how they can create, for example, they create a robot and how they can use the principle in the robot in their daily life. Correct? Once we give this kind of information into them, they can dive deep into the subject matter, they can understand. So when they go to the different industry, different sector of lifestyle, they know how to fit themselves into the new lifestyle, digital lifestyle. And all this will create what we call innovative people. Build innovative products, services from the original idea. So we give them the idea, we train them on the concept, we give them how to apply the concept into the new technology. This is the role of the university. Correct? So you can see that the university teaching lifestyle got to be changed, in order to embrace this concept. So this is what I call what Malaysian government is creating, MyHE 4.0. They are already embarking into this education 4.0. So they are trying to change bringing up a lot of new things. I don't see this as a final. This is only a beginning. They might change, keep changing, because one thing that people still don't understand, how this industry 4.0 will look like in the future. Nobody can predict. It's just now we have some kind of theory that explaining could be like this, could be that, and could be this, but what is exactly going to be, don't know, because it's changing very fast. Very fast it's changing. A lot of new things keep coming up. So our education system needs to be changed also in that manner. So the new learning method will be e-learning. So there's a different type of learning method. I like to focus on the item number 4, but I will go through. We call it the synchronous e-learning. Synchronous e-learning is like what I'm doing now. I'm using a latest technology. I'm using what we call internet to teach people, where many people log in at the same time. This is called synchronous e-learning. Moving forward, what you're talking about, asynchronous e-learning, where we record the training, we keep in the storage, where many people can log in at their own pace of time. Whenever they're free, they can log in and they can learn, they can stop, and then they can continue, and all this we call asynchronous e-learning. Then we talk about something that getting very what we call famous lately, blended e-learning, where they combine face-to-face training, virtual classroom, webinars, they use simulation, everything they blend into become one education e-learning system. Right? These have a typical of all traditional method plus their latest methods. They blend it together, and this also getting very famous. This is good for beginning when we are embracing into the industry 4.0, because we can't automate everything, and because it is quite uncertain also. So it's a blended e-learning been embraced in many universities now in the Southeast. I mean in the like Indonesia and all that, and also in Malaysia in certain university. Then moving forward, that a very innovative thing is coming is we call micro modular e-learning. where in a micro modular we break all the subject into a small modulars, where we sell or we teach people in the small modules where people can learn. They can also use e-learning. They can like asynchronous e-learning. Somebody will be traveling in the bus. Maybe they're going back to their hometown. They spend 2 hours in the bus. They can log into some micro modular and then they can learn it. Correct? And then they can learn at any time as they like, at night, at morning, and they can we can teach. This is also getting very famous now, like Udemy. They have this lot of this kind of program. There's a 40 students registered to learn this program. Right? It's much bigger than any university, I think, you know. Right? So these are different typical, and they keep coming in. But whatever system they've used, there's another thing that's coming up. They're talking about lifelong learning, because in embracing Industry 4.0, one of the key practical, key important thing is people keep learning, because technology keeps changing. New things have been invented. New products have been introduced. Right? So people must keep learning and learning and learning. Correct? So this is a lifelong learning. Today we can talk about lifelong learning means only for doctors, maybe lawyers, maybe some professionals, maybe the school lecturers, professors, they keep learning. But most of the people who are working in industry, they stop, after coming out from university, they stop learning. But this is not going to be the future. Every sector, every individual must keep learning and learning and learning and learning. Correct? And we cannot bring them to university and keep learning and learning and learning for the rest of their life. So they must get system where they can learn, where they can log into a system and they can keep learning, and this is where the micro modular, they want to learn something that's applicable to their work. Different people are doing different jobs. So we need to break the system into a smaller micro modular where people can log in and then keep learning and learning and learning and keep learning forever in life. They can learn everything, but what is required for their job? And different people have different requirements for their job, correct? So this is very important. So this is moving forward. I think micro modular learning will become more famous in the industry. It's getting, and some colleges, training or school institution already embracing into this. Slowly they're moving into this, you know. So this is important, micro learning and long-term learning. And university moving forward, they need to create a system where the student leave the university, they still can log into the university and they keep learning some new things that been offered, courses been offered, and they can't come back and study. They leave the job and come back and study for 1 year. Correct? Today the system is they do a undergraduate for 3-4 years, then they do a master degree for 1-2 years, they do a PhD for 1-2 years. Right? Either part-time or full-time. Moving forward, they have no time for all this. The problem is that they have no time, so they go into this micro modular learning where they can log into a small modular, and they see that important for their current job, they can keep learning. Right? So this is a system that moving forward. So a lot of institutions is moving, like we are talking in the سترادفورد International College. We are talking about this moving into this kind of forum to teach people. Okay, and that's where they set up of e-library. I think in India they already started the e-library. They're slowly talking about e-library where people can log in and they pay a small fee, and then they can get the information they want. All this, correct? So we need to have all this system, e-learning, e-library, e-lab, and all these different things we need to put together, micro, e-modular learning, and all this to the new way of teaching the new generation. So what we are doing in the سترادفورد International College training programs, we are starting with a corporate training. This is a list of the training that we are giving to the industry, preparing the Malaysian professional to meet digital age by reskilling and upskilling them, by giving the upskilling and reskilling programs like Quality 4.0, Human Resource 4.0, Safety 4.0, Introduction to Drone Technology, because drone technology is getting very popular. It's not only to take take pictures and what do we call drone. Not only to take pictures and selfie. Now drone been used in agriculture. They've been used in many things. To deliver products. By Amazon is using drone to deliver products. So in so many different sectors, drone been employed. To transport materials and all this, and also for spying work. Also for when there's a fire in a building, they can send a drone to understand who are the people inside, Somebody is holding, people for under terrorism. If they're holding some people, they can send a drone to understand what's happening there. They can use for so many applications. So we are trying to introduce the drone technology in our courses. Understand controlling system. A lot of controlling system important for AI, robotics, and all that. Critical thinking for digital age. Emotional intelligence is becoming very important. Emotional intelligence about 10 years ago, nobody speaks about it. It's only the certain industry that talk about it. Now every industry now talking about emotional intelligence because they will be dealing with a lot of people, and must know how to deal with it. This we are giving course on emotional intelligence for managers and engineers in the digital age, leading high performance in a digital age. We are talking about leadership 4.0. So I'm also preparing this leadership 4.0 course for managers, engineers, or working people, also students, and all that. How they can use a new method. The typical leadership is no more applicable in industry 4.0. They need to change the style of thing. Then quality 4.0, correct? I said earlier, in moving forward, a typical of a sampling plan and all that is not going to work because we are collecting a lot of data. We are using a big data analytic to analyze the data, so we can build in the quality function into it, correct? So the quality, everything is changing now. We could talk, that's how we call it quality 4.0, human resource 4.0, safety 4.0, environmental 4.0, and leadership 4.0, and all this. And we're also giving cyber security because in industry 4.0, a lot of information will be kept stored electronically. So we need to protect the data from people from hacking. So we need a good security system and blockchain. And also we talk about certified data analytics specialists. We are giving the course. QC7 tool. Even though we are moving into all these latest technology, but you need or you can embrace a higher technology, correct? So we are also giving QC7 to QC7 QC tool for process improvement for digital age, and FMEA. This all for problem solving skill because in the industry 4.0 we need a very complex problem solving skill. So in that process, complex problem solving skill, we will use design thinking where we are using all these tools to analyze. QC7 tool, FMEA, green belt, 6 Sigma green belt, black belt, statistical process control, manufacturing excellence, and all that. Calibration moving forward. How will you do calibration in the new technology? Machine robots will be playing. So how we want to do calibrations and all that. So it's all important. And the other thing like typical cost for poor quality mindset for digital age. The 6S program, Pokayoke system. Before we can do automation, we need to automate a lot of our process. We need to integrate a lot of our process. So Pokayoke comes in, and design thinking and all these things. So these are some of the courses we are giving for beginning to embrace this industry 4.0. So we're helping the industries, to prepare them, the future workforce, to embrace digital technology. Thank you. That's my presentation. I think I took 5 minutes extra. Hello? Hello? You can hear me? Hello? Hello? Hello. Hello. You can hear me? Dr. Ada? Kumar? Kumar is sending me a message. Hello? Kumar, you can hear me? But I tell you. Okay. No, I didn't get. Hold on, huh? Oh, they asked me to speak slower. Oh. No, you can hear me clearly or not? Hello?
Hello, Mr. Aro, you hear me now?
Yeah. I thought I lost you.
I'm sorry. Okay, I'm sorry. I have some network problem.
Okay.
Okay, if you give me some time, I make a brief in Arabic, and then they can ask a question for you. It's okay?
Okay. Can.
Okay.
They asked some chat.
السلام عليكم. آسف للخلل الفني اللي صار، بس تعرفون يعني الانترنت في العراق. بداية نرحب بالمساعد العلمي دكتور أحمد غانم، كان معنا مع بداية المحاضرة. وجامعة الفرات الأوسط عودتنا دائما على دعم الجهود البحثية، والدورات كانوا دائما داعمين إلها. وطبعا الكلية التقنية المسيب، احنا في عهد الدكتور مكي الوائلي كان هو الداعم الأول لمثل هذه الدورات. هذه الدورات بداية كانت دورات تطويرية، الهدف منها تطوير الكادر التعليمي بالدرجة الأولى والخبراء في مجال التعليم الإلكتروني وفي المجالات الأخرى. إذا كان الصوت واضح. إن شاء الله خير. طبعا هناك ضيوف من الجانب الماليزي، ضيوف مهتمين بالتعليم بالجانب التعليم. حاليا حناخذ مجرد ملخص عن الورشة اللي هي عن اندستري 4 أو الثورة الصناعية الرابعة. بداية نتكلم عن المحاور ROSL اللي هو مدير تدريب كلية سترادفورد، كذلك لديه 31 سنة خبرة في هذا المجال، في مجال التدريب بصورة عامة. اشترك في عدد كبير من الندوات والمؤتمرات، ألقى الكثير من المحاضرات في الجامعات اليابانية والجامعات الأمريكية، إضافة طبعا إلى الجامعات الماليزية. الأصل أصل هندي واختصاصه الكمبيوتر، ويعمل حاليا في ماليزيا في سترادفورد كولج. نجي إلى الثورة الصناعية الرابعة. طبعا هو هذا مصطلح بدأ في مدينة هامبورغ في ألمانيا وبدأ بالتوسع في كل العالم. المصطلح يعتمد على وجود أكثر من ثورة صناعية يعرفها العالم. مثلا الثورة الصناعية الأولى. الثورة الصناعية الأولى كانت بخصوص استخدام بخار واستخدام القطارات، بدء استخدام القطارات. الثورة الصناعية الثانية بدأت باستخدام الطاقة الكهربائية. الطاقة الكهربائية بدأت بالاستخدام في العالم، فتعتبر ثورة صناعية كبرى. الثالثة هي استخدام الإنترنت، بداية استخدام الإنترنت وبداية استخدام التقنية الرقمية. الثورة الرابعة هي بداية استخدام الذكاء الصناعي وربط الأشياء المتحسسات أو الأمور الأخرى بقاعدة بيانات واسعة لإدارتها. طبعا الثورة الجميع يتكلم الآن نحو التهيئة للثورة الصناعية الخامسة، اللي هي إبدال أكثر الأمور التي يقوم بها البشر إلى أمور تقوم بها الآلات الروبوت والبرامج الجاهزة، اللي هو مول decision support system، أي أنظمة التي تتخذ القرار. الأنظمة التي تتخذ القرار هذه بدأت حاليا، لكن من المؤمل توسيعها في الثورة الصناعية الخامسة، ومن المؤمل بأنه 60% من الوظائف القادمة ستكون من نصيب الآلات والبرامج الجاهزة. طبعا الثورة الصناعية الرابعة تدخل في كل المجالات، فأي شيء ممكن أن يربط في الإنترنت، مثلا السيارة أو أجهزة الموبايل أو الموبايلات الشخصية السمارت فون، ممكن ربطها مع بعض. تعتمد الثورة الصناعية الرابعة على قواعد البيانات الضخمة جدا. لا يمكن استخدام قواعد بيانات اعتيادية مثلا جوجل أو غيره. يجب استخدام قواعد بيانات ضخمة جدا وتحليلها بسرعة عالية، وهذه تحتاج إلى سيرفرات ضخمة جدا وتقنيات عالية يتم العمل بها وموجودة في أكثر دول العالم حاليا. بالنسبة للتعليم، التعليم نفسه يقسم إلى أكثر من قسم. فمثلا التعليم education zero هو الذي كان يعتمد على التذكير، حفظ الطلاب، تحفيظ الطلاب للمادة، هو هذا الأول، تحفيظ الطلاب للمادة وجعلهم يتذكروها. هذا تقريبا النوع السائد عندنا بالعراق لحد الآن. الاي ليرنينج education، الeducation 2 سوري، الeducation 2 هو استخدام الانترنت في كل العالم. بدأ أكثر التعليم في استخدام الانترنت للتعليم. في العراق بدأنا منذ فترة وحاليا نتوسع بشكل كبير في هذا الموضوع. الeducation 3 يعمل على إنتاج المعرفة، يسمى إنتاج المعرفة، تحفيز الطلاب على زيادة معارفهم. في العالم كله وصلوا إلى education 4، وeducation 4 في الدول المتقدمة فقط لحد الآن، اللي هو تعليم الإبداع، حث الطلاب على الإبداع واختراع أشياء جديدة. كل العالم حاليا انتقل إلى الeducation 4. بالنسبة للإنترنت الإلكتروني يقسم إلى أكثر من قسم، هو التعليم المتزامن. التعليم المتزامن كما يحدث الآن، بأنه إحنا المحاضر موجود ويتصل بالعديد من المشتركين في نفس الوقت. ويتصل في العديد من المشتركين في نفس الوقت. المتزامن المتعدد وهو أن تسجل المحاضرة وتعطى إلى الكثير من المشاركين، حيكون العدد أكبر، لكن المحاضرة مسجلة ليست آنية. التعليم الأعمى يسمى البلاند، بأنك أنت تحضر المحاضرة بدون وجود محاضر، حتكون المحاضرة جاهزة عندك. هاي موجودة عدد من الكورسات، تعطيك عدد من الفيديوهات المسجلة، عدد من الكورسات بدون أن ترى المحاضر نفسه. سيسمى التعليم الأعمى، التعليم الإلكتروني الأعمى. النمط المصغر المايكرو فإنه هو يجمع كل الموجود سابقا لكن في حلقات مصغرة. وممكن أثناء مثلا ركوب الباص أو مثلا الطريق ساعتين أن تشترك في إحدى هذه الدورات وإكماله. المهم في التعليم الرابع الإدوكيشن 4 اللي يعتمد على الاندستري 4 هو الاستمرار بالتعليم في كل وقت. الاستمرار في التعليم في كل وقت، وحث التلاميذ والطلاب وحث حتى الباحثين والأساتذة على الاستمرار في استقبال المعلومات والتهيئة إلى التطور الحاصل. إذا عندكم هسه أي سؤال إلى المحاضر إحنا نستمع إلى أسئلتكم. Mr. Aro, you hear me? Now we receive the question from the participants. هل هناك أي سؤال للمحاضر؟ طبعا نسيت أذكر بأنه عدد كبير من المعاهد والكليات والجامعات في الخارج بدأت في الاتجاه إلى التعليم في المستوى الرابع، الثورة الرابع اندستري 4، ومنها كلية سترادفورد. فبدأت بتغيير كل التدريب الكورسات التدريبية لها بالاعتماد على الاندستري 4. لحظة قليلا. يبدو أن مستر آرو يواجه مشكلة في الصوت. كان إذا أمكن فقط التوقف عن الكتابة. يمكن لحظات فقط، البرنامج شوية يعلق بسبب الإنترنت. Hello, yes, Mr. Auro, just wait a minute. Hello?
اروح انا بعد.
اخوان رجعنا نغلق المايكات. Mr. Arab, can you hear me? أحاول أتصل بالمحاضرة مبين الخلل من عندك. ألو. Yes, Mr. Arab. There is some technical problem from your side. If you can, there is the mic icon. If you can click it, you can
هي بالورشة.
شلون هي هاي الورشة شلون تلقى؟
Okay.
119.
Yes, there is. If you see down, there is red on the mic button. If you can click the mic one time, it will be blue, and you can talk. Okay, and you share all your desktop now. It's share for all because you're still a presenter. Or just make the share on your PowerPoint, that's not the desktop.
هي 19.
Okay.
هاي ما سوت هاي ما
Yes, just your PowerPoint and unmute yourself. من المحاضرة نحاول بس نحل هذا الخلل ونرجع إلى نفس السيستم مالتنا.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes. Now we can hear you.
So some technical problem. So I thought you keep telling the host muted my phone.
Okay.
Okay. So any questions?
Let's see the chat.
Slides. الو السلام عليكم.
أي شخص إذا أمكن يعرف عن نفسه ومن ثم يطرح السؤال مالته.
نعم. أقدر أسأل دكتور حيدر؟
نعم تفضل.
Hello, Mr. Aru. Thank you for your presentation. I have a question. This is Dr. Majid Mutashar from University of Dhaka.
Yeah,
can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
I have a question, please. Regarding the e-learning, we have a problem with the examining, so the testing. How can we control that, please?
Can you repeat? I didn't get your question.
Okay, Mr. Aru.
Regarding the test, the exam, the student exam, because you know it's all there is a high probability of cheating. So how can we control that?
So you are talking about the university, they are having an exam, people are cheating and all that.
Hello.
Hello, Mr. Aru, just let me explain. E-learning is new in Iraq. One of the challenge we have that cheating between students. Is there any technique to decrease the cheating with e-learning?
So the moving forward, this reason I present my slides that in Industry 4.0, the people integrity, people moral, and that's why they're focusing a lot on cultural behavioral change. I put one slide on the behavioral change. Because moving forward in the Industry 4.0, the data are very, very exposed to everybody. People can go and change many things if they don't have integrity. So that's why the cyber security comes in. There is a fill in within the Industry 4.0. That's one of the pillars is cyber security, where it protects information and all that. So people cannot steal information. Even in the exams, everything, you can limit them what they can, look into. Because today's technology, I can walk into the exam room. I can use my handphone, can log into any of the question papers, or, I can talk to someone and send me the question within a short period of time. So that's where the cyber security comes in, where they can protect all these informations. And of course, in using the cyber security, there's many ways they can keep the data integrity very intact. How to prevent people from stealing information, how people from hack into the information, that we can limit all these things.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah. So in Industry 4.0, Industry 4.0, keeping the information secret is the biggest problem in the industry. And also not only that, when the Industry 4.0 become more prominent, you will see that the crime rate on cyber crime will become more prominent. So therefore, we need to bring this cyber security in place, where we protect the information, where we protect people from stealing, we protect people, even the exams and everything, right? We can protect them, what they can access and everything.
Let me just translate what you say. بالنسبة احتمالات الاندستري 4 هو بأنه المعلومات ستكون متاحة بالأغلب للجميع، فهذا ممكن بأنه يشجع الغش الموجود في التعليم الإلكتروني. الحل هو استخدام أحدى أوبشنات السايبر سيكيورتي. بالنسبة للأسئلة كان لدي محاضرة سابقة عن استخدام برنامج الإدمودو اللي هو أقوى من الكلاس روم خاصة في هذا المجال، حيث أنه يتيح وصول أسئلة مختلفة لكل طالب، كذلك بأنه أنت ما حتنطي الأسئلة حتكون ضمن البرنامج، حيحسب له وقت لإكمال الأسئلة. إذا أكو أي سؤال ثاني.
So one other thing that they're also looking, in moving forward, the examination will be not like what we are doing in the classroom today. Today the exam is in the classroom. Moving forward in Industry 4.0, the exams will be all in online. Right? So using the system, we can limit what information they can get, and then comes the integrity of the thing, of the person. That's why the behavioral, the attitude, moving forward is very important in any of the sectors.
Okay, let me just translate. طبعا طبيعة الامتحان والفصل يختلف، التعليم الإلكتروني يختلف عن التعليم التقليدي، لذا نمط الأسئلة يجب أن يغير. تهيئة الجامعة والقاعات وحتى المحاضرين لأسلوب التعليم الإلكتروني المختلف يقلل من محاولات الغش.
So in a part of the cyber security also, there's all this what we call, you see, when you go online examination, I'm the student, but I can get another student to come and write the exam, right?
Yes.
So that's why they come all these cyber security where they have a fingerprint, they can put a camera, they look into their face, they recognize the face throughout the examination. So they have this kind of features all can be developed in the moving forward.
اوكي. طبعا احدى الوسائل هو يسموها البايو داتا، هو استخدام تقنية التعرف على صورة الوجه اثناء الامتحان، وحتى تقنية الصوت مثل المستخدمة في امتحان الايلتس، لمعرفة بأن الممتحن هو فعلا هو اللي موجود وهو اللي دا يمتحن، والامتحان يكون اونلاين مو تعطى الأسئلة وبعدين الإجابات. أي سؤال؟
دكتور حيدر السلام عليكم. معي صوتي واضح؟
عليكم السلام. الله يخليك دكتور.
عندي سؤال إذا سمحتوا لي.
تفضل.
ما أعرف هو المستر أرسل أعتقد أونلاين لو متواجد لو.
أنا متواجد بعد. Mr. Aro still with us?
Yeah.
Yes, assalamu alaikum, Mr. Arshal. We really appreciate your precious lecture. Great information in it. My name is Haidar Al-Hamadani. I have a PhD from University of Sheffield, United Kingdom in Mechanical Engineering. Yes, I have two questions, please. The first one is how would we increase the motivation of the students? As you know, in e-learning, like the students, there's a burden for the students. Like there's no motivation to push the students to learn in e-learning because during COVID-19 crisis, the students spend most of the time at houses. So, what is the possible way to increase the motivation of students and push them to use the e-learning? This is the first question, and the second question is about the exams. Like I think the e-learning questions and the exams are suitable for MCQ or multiple choice modules. How about other kind of tests like solve long questions on ET, etc. So thank you very much.
Yeah. So to answer your question, how to make the teaching more fun during this, make the student interest.
Exactly.
Yeah. So if you look at my presentation on the Industry 4.0 pillars, there's one section we call it AR, augmented reality or virtual reality, we call it, where they speak about they use the software to create a lot of virtual objects where they can use, they use this concept in teaching also. Right? For example, you want to teach about theorem Pythagoras, just say, you can create AR, use AR concept technology to teach people, to teach a student with what you call voicemail, sound system included, and with a movie, the thing moving in a different directions, and 3D objects used to training, So we make the thing more fun, The new generation of people, they like this kind of thing. You see the new generation youngsters, the 24 hours they'll be sitting on the mobile phone, computers. They like all these kind of gadgets.
Yeah.
Right? So we use the same system in the teaching. So AR will become very, very prominent moving forward. In a isolated kind of teaching, means if the person is going to computer learning, you can see the 3D, they can rotate the thing, they can play around, they get more information. The youngsters are very curious to understand different, when they have some interest, they want to see things in a different angle, so they can go and use this AR technology to, to understand the subject matter more deeper. So that is one of the things that we are creating there. So university will be using that very frequently moving forward, the AR technology. Another one is how to create a university experience. Like we go to the university campus in a physical building, and we interact with people, students, we enjoy all this, correct? And our lifestyle of studying is different. Now, how to create this university experience in their home? If they stay at home and study, moving forward, people will be studying, take online courses, everything. If everything just show them like a university college where they go there, they see the screen, somebody is just talking and screen, and they're looking in the screen at home. It is not very, it becomes very boring for them to learn. So that's why they use all these artificial intelligence.
Right.
to create objects, you call it gamifying, use games, to teach. So I think that I'm teaching engineering subject. I'm teaching about DC motor. Today, if you look at the book, is a 2D picture. In moving forward, it is 3D picture in the computer. Photo, they can see the different angles, they can check out the tower, they see the inside part, they can see the motor moving, but this cannot be seen in the book. So this will make the teaching and learning more experience. This is why we call it creating the UX, University Experience at Home. So the second question. Hello. Any question?
طبعا جواب السؤال على سؤال الدكتور حيدر بأنه المفروض بأن يكون التعليم ممتع للطالب حتى يشجع مثلا استخدام الأصوات والفيديوهات، وأعطى مثال بأنه مثلا إذا تدريس الدي سي موتور بأنه إظهار الدي سي بشكل 3 dimension مثلا فيديو 3 dimension له لجعل التعليم أكثر ممتع، وكذلك استخدام التقنيات اللي ممكن تعمل على الموبايل اللي هو طالب أكثر متحمس فيها. أي سؤال آخر؟
تفضل. السلام عليكم.
عليكم السلام ورحمة
الله. جهودكم المباركة حقيقة بهذا الشهر الكريم، أحب أقول رمضان كريم على الجميع إن شاء الله والتوفيق، وإن شاء الله إلى طريق النجاح والموفقية. لكن سؤالي كان بالنسبة للكلام اللي تحدثنا به قبل شوي، اللي هو نطور طريقة التدريس وندخل التكنولوجيا على الأقل المرئية والسمعية في هذا المجال. حضرتكم تتوقعون يعني في خلال السنين القادمة إن شاء الله الله يشافينا من هذا الوباء، هل ستستمر المحاضرات أو على الأقل جزء منها بهذا المجال، يعني هو التعليم في المنزل عن طريق الأونلاين؟ عفوا خلاص.
أنت تتحدث بالنسبة للعراق ولا العالم؟
والله حقيقة أخو دكتور بالنسبة للعراق في العراق.
أي بالنسبة للعراق أكو توجيه من الوزارة لأنه موضوع التعليم الإلكتروني لن يتوقف بانتهاء كورونا، بالعكس سيتم تطويره وسيكون مدمج مع التعليم التقليدي.
تمام دكتور. الله يبارك فيك، شكرا جزيلا على إجابتك.
لا الله عليك. طبعا كادر سترادفورد موجود، وهو طبعا يحاول بانه يجيب على الاسئله كذلك بمقدرتهم بالنسبه للغه، فنعطيكم ايميل للاجابه، وكذلك وجه تليفونات وموقع سترادفورد لاي سؤال يخص المحاضره او يخص الاي ار 4 الاندستري 4. اي سؤال اخر؟ طبعا نكون متفضلين للي ما يستطيع يغلق المايك، وخلى التحكم عندي صعب جدا. لا أعتقد أكو سؤال. إذا نختم. Mr. Aro, I think there is no more question.
Okay.
Thank you very much for your interesting lectures.
Thank you. Hope I can share something with you all. Thanks for giving me opportunity to give some lecture.
We know there is guests from Malaysia too, so we want to thank them to join this course, and we welcome them in the other course by Technical College Musayib. Thank you very much for everyone to listening.
Thank you.
And there is the video will record and we will be allowed for all. شكرا جزيلا لاستماعكم. طبعا هناك فيديو يسجل وسيكون متاح للجميع، إضافة بأنه الرابط فقط حيكون أثناء المحاضرة حيعمل. بعد المحاضرة تقريبا سيغلق رابط التسجيل للحصول على شهادات حضور. شكرا جزيلا، ونعتذر عن الخلل الفني اللي صار بالمحاضرة، وإلى اللقاء في دورة قادمة. شكرا.